Hello, everyone. Turnover Carbon here. We are back a couple days after the previous stream, continuing our third season at Clemson, eighth season overall so far. As you can see, things are going pretty well. For those of you that have been watching these videos for a while, you'll know that every season at Clemson so far, we have had a undefeated regular season. We lost in the ACC championship game last year, and we lost in the playoff semifinal the year before. Those are our only two losses ever at Clemson. That's it. We lost in the playoff semifinal to Georgia back in the day, and then last year we lost in the ACC championship. But then we avenged our own loss in the playoff quarterfinal. Um, what a game. What a playoff run that was. Anyway, um, so my plan for today is we are going to play however many games we have left. We're going to finish our regular season. I assume we'll be in the ACC championship game. Right now, it's looking like Georgia Tech and Notre Dame are racing for that second spot. And then we will take at least one. So it'll be interesting to see who gets it out there. Of note, we are currently ranked second in the country. Bama and Georgia have both lost a game this season. So now it's between us and Michigan, or excuse me, us and Ohio State. And our only hope really is that OSU loses to Michigan on the final day because I don't think they're losing to any of these opponents the rest of the way. So we'll see how that goes. I did do some recruiting stuff. Just make sure I got all my NIL money sorted, all my pitches that I needed to do. So I'll go more over that after this game here. Speaking of which, we are taking on Purdue, which was our previous school here where I managed them well for 5 seasons, and then bailed. And then they had a pretty good season in 2029. And then, despite having the best recruiting class they have had since I was there, they are falling, and this year have the 102nd offense in the country, which I don't have to tell you is not very good. I chose Purdue, one, because it's my alma mater, and two, they were quite possibly the worst FBS school in football last year. I think I could make that genuine argument, and I'd probably be right. So I wanted to see how far we could take them. I think I did pretty good. We had 2 bowl wins and made it to the playoff semifinal. Seems pretty good for 5 years of Purdue, but then jump ship to Clemson, and you can see the success here. So far this season, Purdue has been not good. They had 2 good wins to start the season against Missouri and Minnesota, but then they lost to UCLA, got eviscerated by Rutgers, beat Kennesaw State, blown out by OSU, and then just lost a close one to Illinois. And they still have to face us, Michigan, and Penn State to close. So there's a genuine chance that Purdue only gets, 5 wins the whole season again, to which I assume that means Mr. Marco Graves, his time will have run out at Purdue. So still can't believe I got replaced by a defensive head coach who wasn't even that good at OSU. Like OSU, you're the number 1 team in the country. You have the number 3 offense back-to-back years, but your defense is, it's top 20, top 25. That's not good. Anyway, whatever. It's fine. All right. So going into this game at Purdue, their quarterback is a player I recruited, Terry Webb. I brought him in because I believe at the time he had A- potential. Yeah, he had A- potential, and there's no way around it. He hasn't really developed well. I don't think you're comfortable with him as a starter until like 2030 when he's a redshirt junior. So I'll hold my hands up and admit that probably wasn't my best recruit in the world, but he's getting playing time this year. Good for him. He's been okay. No touchdowns as of late. Completion percentage of 56. It's fine. Their running back is also a player I recruited, Alex Williams, though looks like he's a backup. He was a guy that famously I recruited him only because he was a four-star recruit that was interested in me. His potential at the time, I believe, was a D. Yeah, it was a D. It has since gone down to an F minus. His ball carrier vision is great. His ball security is also solid, but he's not the quickest guy in the world. He's not that strong. It's not good. But we're going to get into this game against Purdue here. I think we're going to work on our passing game and stopping their running attack because I'm not that afraid of Terry Webb, though you never know. Maybe that comes back to haunt me. In terms of player promises, just really quick, Heron, I promised 30% of snaps. He's at 32. Sharp, 75% of snaps. He's at 87. Samuel Trace win the conference championship. That's TBD, obviously. And then Rafael Sisson playing 40% of snaps. He's at 58. So I think we're all going to be good there. Even though Haran's is kind of flirting with the cutoff, I can just make him a starter for, one or two games and we'll be in business here. So, all right, let us play our game with Purdue. We're favored by 31 points, which is a hell of a thing. I have 5 recruits visiting, 2 of which Purdue is in on, quote unquote. Really, the only one I care about here is Christian Pollard. If we can just leapfrog over Marshall, we get a pretty good safety depth guy who already has 86 zone coverage. Like, that is insane as a high school recruit. Everyone else, we're just hoping to extend our leads over the teams behind. These teams have never played in the sim because at my time at Purdue, I never scheduled Clemson because why the heck would I? But let's get into the game here, as is our want. Purdue calls tails because it never fails. See, they learned something from me. Never mind. All right, we will defer, and as is our want, on the first play of every game on defense, Thundersmoke Blitz, send it. They got 5 yards, to be fair, not too shabby. 3rd and 3, I bet they pass. I forgot to check if Terry Webb could run. I'm going to assume he can't. I'm going to blitz a linebacker. They did run it, to be fair. All right, hey, Terry, just really quick, can you run? No. The answer to that is no. But they did get a first down. Credit to them. 3rd and 3, no dice. Israel Fry, 0 yards. And they punt. Good start here. Oh, I forgot to do slot outs on the first play. Never punished. All right, we are going to. Oh no, the run game is exquisite. Exquisite. Yeah, I think we might win this by 30. I'm just gonna turn shoot clock on. Just for the safety of these guys here. 3rd and 8. No dice. They punt again. Oh, Sharp got sacked. Engage 8. You know what? I respect their defensive coordinator's boldness. The mesh. It worked. I'm a genius. 2nd and 4. Touchdown run, please. Nope. Haran got stopped and got stopped again. 4th and 1 at the 6. I'm obviously going for it with an ISO. And we get it. Fullback dive. Carlton in the end zone. We're up by 14. Things are going well. I don't know what green message just. Oh, it's still the extra point one from earlier. Okay. I was confused because I saw green. I'm like, did we get a pick? 3rd and 5. I bet they pass. I'm going to drop the safety back. That'll work. Oh, that could have been. And they had a really good play call to beat my 2-eye safety, but they just couldn't do it. End around, screw it. It really never works, does it? Oh, Luis Boykin, 12 yards. Now we're cooking. You know what they're not going to expect? The QB power. 7-yard rush. See? They didn't expect it. Ugh, 3rd and 9. Corners? No dice. We shall punt. I don't know why I'm doing contain when he can't run. It's fine. Oh, and Joel Felder sacked him for a loss of 7. Was that? Yeah. I couldn't recall if it was Felder both times, but it was. So that's 2 sacks on him there. And we're just gonna run the ball, play action. No dice. 46-yarder. Send it. We have downgraded on kicker so heavily, and it's actually terrible. It's fine, whatever. My fear is I'm gonna run into a situation where he's gonna miss like a clutch field goal, and that's it at that point. I'm gonna put together a little 2-minute drill here. Once the AI gets on the same page as me, which evidently it is not, because why would it be? Surprise bubble screen. Did not work, but the play action when they did engaged 8. That certainly works. Where's my all hitches? Send it. James Ball, 8-yard touchdown pass. Thank you. Good night. All right. And they just pass it back. I'm just going to go chew clock and run some clock out. That'll be that. And we get the ball to start the second half. This is starting to feel mean. I'll just run RPOs the whole time. Oh, I feel kind of bad that it worked. 2nd and goal at the 2. If you think I'm running it with Harrison Sharp, I'm just going to hand it off the scales. All right, so we were projected to win by 31, and I said that wouldn't happen. And now we're up by 28. So might be in trouble as Cash Price with another sack. Oi, they converted the 3rd and 13. Good for them. Will they convert the 3rd and 11? That is the question. No. I feel kind of bad. I feel kind of bad for how just terribly we're beating Purdue. Okay, they got to stop. They can put some points on the board. They convert. How do you allow this corner to work when you're doing quarters? Sir. That's what I get for calling the too deep gap shoot pass that I hate. 3rd and 4, too high. 3rd and 5, too high safety. The slants. All right, they go backwards, so they have to settle for a field goal. Normally, I would chastise them for kicking a field goal down by 28, but it's 4th and 11. Might as well take a little bit of points for pride, you know? All right, are the backups in? The backups are in. Or maybe they're not in. Harrison Sharp is still there. Who knows? However, Julius Solomon with the strip sack and fumble recovery. All right, now the backups are in. Cool. 4th and 2. I'm gonna go for it because why the heck not? All hitches. No dice. They deflected it. All right. Could this be the beginning of the end for us? Purdue about to go on a biblical run. To be fair, they're driving. They are, in fact, driving. They convert on 3rd and 4. We make them go backwards, which is all well and good, but they're at the goal line. Send it if you think I'm going to stop doing goal line just because they're at the 3 or the 4 or the... No, I won't do it at the 6. I'll drop back into goal line D when they're at the 6-yard line would be a choice. Oh, they got the touchdown. All right, what's the under 5 minute? 15. All right, cool. So the backups are still in. I mean, this game is essentially won anyway, but yeah. All we needed was 1 first down, and this thing is essentially iced. I'm just gonna let the running backs, get a couple rushes in out of the goodness of my heart. Never mind, he went backwards. All right, we beat Purdue 28-10. I mean, we held them to under 2 rushing yards per attempt. Weren't terrible on third down, 6 of 15. We missed a field goal. We weren't good on third down either, which I think really plays into that. But I mean, the game was never particularly close. Harrison Sharp, 12 of 21, 165 yards, 2 touchdowns. I'll take that. Scales Boykin, a good day. Carlton, look, he's a redshirt freshman. I get it, but like, he had a good game against USF. He had a great game against Navy, but outside of that, he hasn't done that well, which does kind of worry me because Scales is graduating and Boykin is declaring for the draft. So at the moment, he's our top running back next year, which is a little terrifying. Okay day for some wide receivers. Gonzalez got a touchdown. Emmanuel had a big play, but James Ball really didn't get anything. Jacob only got 2 catches. We got 4 sacks on the day. I'll take that. And then Toby missed his kick. But hey, we have defeated our former team in a game that was never really close, let's be blunt. But hey, at least they scored 10. They put some points on the board. And no new injuries is good. We stay at number 2 because OSU beat South Florida. Georgia just put 101 points on an FCS school. Why are FCS schools in this game? I don't understand. And they played their starters the whole way through. Like, Liam Myers is going to have such inflated stats now, it's crazy. Oh, boy. All right, let's do recruiting first. We had one guy commit. Gee, I wonder where he's going. All right, we get Ruby Andrews, who's just, he's a 3-star linebacker commit with good potential. You can always have some of those. His coverage stats are never really going to be anything. The 49 strength actively terrifies me. So he's a guy that, he's going to redshirt, obviously. He's not going to play as a redshirt freshman, obviously. But after that, if his speed gets up there, his tackling gets up there, he could be a guy that gets some snaps for us. So that brings us to 3 commits on the year. With the Purdue game, let me review the results here. So we got 760 for Tackett, which is good. 960 for Antonio, which is awesome. Andrews committed. We're far ahead on them, and then we're good on those guys. So who are we behind? We're behind on Newman and Horner McCon. Oh yeah, Horner. So I started looking at this kicker. I understand, he has F minus. Yeah, no, that's not good. I started looking at kickers briefly because our backup kicker wants to transfer, which fair enough, you're a backup kicker. I did want to look briefly at some guy's potential, and for this, I don't really care about star. If you can kick, you can kick. But it's not looking great. I might double back to that. Anyway, where was I? All right, Newman, you get the best pitch I can. I can give. Tyler Kemp gets an ace, and as does McConnell. Man. All right. At least I still got the visit with these two, which is good. Newman's the one that, he would play next year without question. But do I really want to give him like $2 million? If I up it to $2 million, that gets me 575 points. We'll see what that looks like. All right, and then the closest battles just get the best pitches. I've spent a little bit more money in NIL than I would have liked. Like Pharrell, I doubt I needed to give him 1.5 million. But that is what it is. Yeah, because right now, we're at 11 million, which I think will be more, which should be enough when we get into the transfer portal, but it could be a bit shaky. All right, so hello, Duke. the Blue Devils at 5-3. How have they done this year? Started off ice cold, losing UTSA VTech, but then they won 4 in a row. And they scheduled Vandy as their, and they scheduled an FCS. I don't understand why FCS schools are in the game. I don't get it. Balance? Spell it out. All right. Does Duke still have Ellison? They do, because he play. I think his only game last year he played was against me. No, who am I thinking of? Downey. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. I mean, I'm not that afraid of this guy. He can run though. That could matter. The fact that his accuracy has barely gone up in 4 development hits is very sad. I empathize. All right, so we're going to work on stopping their run and our passing game, as is our want. So I think of the remaining 4 games, or including Purdue, this is going to be the toughest one. That said, I expect to win by double digits either way. We're projected to win by 20. Duke has 10 players visiting, none of whom I am in on. And so far, since these 2 are in the same division, they play each other every year. Clemson has won every single time. They've had some close ones, though. Not since I've gotten here, but prior to that, they've had close ones. We will call tails, as it never fails, except this time. Well, they like to receive anyway. And as is our want, under smoke blitz, 3 yards, 0 yards, and 0 yards again. We will take the ball. Thank you. Where's my slot outs? Send it. 11 yards. I'll take it. That didn't work. That didn't work. They engaged 8 on 3rd and 10. I respect it. I mean, it's a foolish idea, but I respect it. I can see the vision here as Joaquin Gonzalez gets us 9, and Luis Boykin runs it in for a touchdown. That'll do. Good start. 2 straight cornerback blitzes. I am a madman. They punt on 4th and 2. To be fair, it is at the 38. To be fair. Oh, Brock Scales went backwards. Ooh, Nasir Goodman. Good. I need to get him involved more as Luis Boykin riles off a 55-yard rush and then a 10-yard touchdown rush. So currently, his stat line reads 3 carries, 72 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That works, I believe. Ooh, they passed it on 3rd and 3. The AI usually runs it at that distance. Oh, we sent them backwards. They're going for it. And no dice. Shane Pittman gets blown up by Luis McFarland. And we move. Now we're just going to run the ball. Then fool them with a play action. It did not fool them, guys. They saw that coming from a mile away. Would mesh work from this distance? No. What about double unders? Also no. We'll kick the field goal. All right. I think I just overestimate the mid-tier ACC schools that I'm going up against. They're going for it on 4th down again. And we sack him as Tristan Napier sacks him. Ooh. All hitches. A really good play call against the splits, but we got to him just quick enough. I'm leaving shoe clock on just because we're close enough. Yeah, we're already in the red zone. Never mind, we're out of the red zone. Sharp got sacked. Corners. 2-minute warning goes. Scales gets in the end zone. They're left with a minute. Uh-oh. Too high safety. All right. Credit to Duke there. That was a great little 1-minute drill they just did. 7 plays, 82 yards, 1 miss. 17-yard pass, 10-yard pass, incomplete. 0-yard run, 25-yard pass, incomplete. 30-yard touchdown. Okay, Duke is not going quietly into the good night. We get the ball to start the second half, though, and that's pretty much all that matters in this circumstance. Bergman, very nice. Deep pass in the 13 is bold. Oh, we got sacked. Hitches doesn't work. What about corners? Well, that guy's closer. I will take the field goal. To be fair, 17 being up 17 versus being up 20 doesn't make a whole lot of difference. But the fourth down there, I think we were a little too far for attempting. 3rd and 11. Come on. There we go. All right. They punt it. No harm done. Fool him on the play action. Fool him on the play action again. Get him with the tight ends. Bubble screen. Overconfident. Wow. We're 2-0. And scales 8-yard run. All right. We're good. We're done here. Yeah. All right. Backups are in. Let's give McGee and Co. some passing yards. That works. Aiden Payton gets a touchdown. We put 40 on. I really said this was our hardest remaining game of the lot. And here I am close to putting up 50. All right, they make the field goal, so they get points. Good for them. Proud of them. Slants. We punt. All good. Oh, and Jamari Martinez with the interception. That'll do. We're at the 1. We're in the end zone. Thank you. Engage it on 3rd and 10. Why not? That's why. Oh boy. Oh, they convert on 3rd and 3. And they're letting the clock run out instead of kicking a field goal. Fair enough. All right. I mean, their offense did pretty good against us. It's just that they kept stalling and they were 0 for 2 on 4th down. I think if they convert both of those 4th and 1s and get 10 points out of those 2 drives combined, it could have been a closer game, but we just got really good field position. I mean, their passing game did about the same as ours. So credit to them on that, but they also had 2 turnovers, which did not help. Harrison Sharp was fine. No touchdowns, no picks, kind of harmless. Really good day for our running backs, including Carlton. Really happy for him. Our wide receivers each got 2, 3 catches a pop. 2 sacks defensively, which compared to how we've been in the past handful of games, that's bad. But historically, how my defenses have been, that's amazing. And Chan made his 2 field goals. Good on you, son. All right, there's a Duke down. Yep, so now I think NC State is our toughest opponent, but if I remember correctly, they had a rough schedule to close. Oh, I didn't know you could continue the save in Dynasty mode once you retire. Well, that's not good, is it? All right, I'll deal with the major stuff first. So McKinley is down. That means Atkins is going to move up in the depth chart. Hey, he'll get more playing time. Do I want him or Gilbert? I think I want Gilbert. Now do I want Jennings or Dyer? I want Jennings. Yep. Do I play Corbin then? Because Jennings, I assume he's already. Do I? I mean, it's. When's Corbin healthy again? 2 more weeks? Nah, I'll play the young guys. I'll see what they got. What was the other one? Alejandro Cole's down. That's a shame. Well, guess what? All you guys that complain about playing time, you're about to get some more. So Simpson, Pierce, Stark all going to play a bit more. I mean, yeah, I can't move Simpson up. Napier's is too good. I don't know what's happening with Dustin, why he's only getting 17% of snaps. I don't understand why this is happening. Should I flip these two to see if it does anything? Nah, that involves work. Okay, so Carlton getting injured is bad because he needs that 30% snap hit. So, who do I have next two games? Boston College, Wake Forest. Okay. I think what I'll do for this next game is I'm going to drop her on down, give the reps to Patton, and just see what Carlton's snap percentage looks like after that. Actually, here, I lied. I'll put him ahead of Tatum because Tatum's going to transfer anyway. There's nothing I can do about that. And so I might as well put him there so that Carlton can play with the backups a little bit if they get subbed in the fourth quarter. That seems like a good decision. Okay, now kickers. Might interest anyone in a. I mean, yeah, I'm too far behind on the 3-star guys. I think it's 2-star bust here. Why did I scout that guy further? Okay, we got B potential. Ooh. Hello, Max Tice. A potential. I mean, his ratings aren't great, but he could grow into it. Why not? I need a backup kicker. He'll do. I get 3,100 points. That's enough to overtake Georgia Southern. I'll do just a great pitch. Put some points on the board. What's my recruiting class right now? 21 guys. If I get all of them, I think that's okay. All right, we're catching up to Virginia and UC for these two guys, and we still have our visits. So I think we'll end up with them. Newman's the one that I could see going the other direction. If Gross doesn't commit in 2 weeks, Michigan is going to leapfrog me just on the basis of this difference. Oh, looks like you had a good visit with Purdue. Oh, Purdue beat Michigan. Good on them. Good on them. Do I want to float Gross more money? What if I do like 500,000? I don't want to do that much. If I do 250,000, that gets me 588. I'm okay with that. It's just to give these guys the best pitches I can. I think Wake Forest is going to be the game where I play a lot of backups. I think that's my current philosophy. All right, but before that, we have Boston College. They are 4-5. They beat an FCS school. We have no respect for them. They have a tough schedule, to be fair. Georgia Tech, A&M, and FSU, and they lost close games to all three. To be fair, this doesn't look like that bad of a team. They're playing everyone close except for Pitt, which, fair enough. Okay. This could get interesting, lads. Oh, yeah. Can your quarterback run? No. Are you injured, sir? No, but it looks like you were injured. Yeah, so he's healthy. Okay. So the runner is their backup, and he is not playing. Cool. Works for me. All right, we're going to work on stopping their pass and our passing ability. Actually, nah, yeah, that's fine. I don't think it will matter in the grand design. They are second in the country, by the way, in rushing yards per game. Should I have worked on stopping their run? Maybe. Second in the country in rushing yards per game. That's cool. They're higher than us. Tries per game. Listen, there's a reason. Oh boy. Yeah, we still can't get turnovers to save our lives. We only have 9. We're averaging 1 turnover per game. It's kind of crazy. All right, we're projected to win by 18.5 points. Boston College has 10 recruits visiting. I'm interested in none of them. So far, they've only played each other 3 times. I beat them 2 years ago, 27-0. Looks like the AI lost to them. How dare they? Okay, Boston College, they might play a close one here. We'll see. They elect to receive. And they have a decent return, too. All right. All right. 3rd and 8. I bet they pass. They did, and they beat us on the curls. Okay. Okay, Boston College. I see you. Oh, the momentum they had died immediately. I'm turning shoe clock on already. Oh, and Scales fumbles the ball away. Okay. Ooh, if we hold them to a field goal here, that's huge. They do. They punt, or excuse me, they punch. They kick a field goal on 4th and goal at the 1, and then Scales with the redemption 56-yard run. That'll do. All hitches. Slants. Touchdown. We take the lead. Woo! That was looking a little bit shaky there for a minute. Boston College goes 3 and out, which I like. Nice. Oh no. It was nice. Then Boykin just got nothing. The mesh works. Slants into the end zone. Nathaniel Kane touchdown. All right. What started horribly, the first, couple minutes that were grim. Edward Norton, I didn't even clock that's what their quarterback's name was, sacked by Samuel Chase. And Boston College once again. Okay. I am no longer worried. I say that, and Harrison Sharp gets sacked immediately. But the play action gets him. And the wide receiver quick finally pays off. All right. 3 and out again as their tight end drops a pass, which is unfortunate. Boykin, if I see you go backwards one more time, so help. And Nasir Goodman this time around with the touchdown pass. They punt, and I'm just going to run the ball out here. Run the clock out. Oi, and now Boykin fumbles. Our running backs not doing too hot, and they get the touchdown, so it's an 18-point game now. I'm still not too worried, but, a better team or a closer game, that could kill us. Boykin. 3rd and 1, I'm just going to do ISO, and if they stop it, I'll do it again. All right. They did not, in fact, stop it. We get to the 1. Scales runs it in. All right, cool. All right. I need to go back to man. The zone seems to be getting eaten up a bit as of late. I am not going to do an under smoke blitz on 3rd and 10. You know what? Maybe I should have. They got 56 yards. Engage 8 shamelessly. All right, they're in the end zone again. End around. It did not work. All right, we have to punt. They go 3 and out. Scales with a big run. The starters are still in, by the by. And Luis Boykin with the 14-yard run. The backups are in. Kareem Warren's going to get a decent amount of looks here. Hey, McGee got sacked. How dare they? Slot outs. Ah, Nasir Goodman dropped the pass. All right, 35-yard punt return ain't bad. I mean, we're obviously going to win, but it was a decently close game. Granted, we shot ourselves in the foot. Like, the only reason they have 10 points is because our running backs fumbled, but they got there again. And they're calling timeouts. Top of this. He got sacked. You know what? That's what I get. All right, we beat Boston College 42-24. And to be fair, that was a pretty close game. I mean, we stopped their run dead. They're the second team in the country in rushing yards per game. They only get 85 yards total. That'll do. Um, time of possession was a lot closer than I would like. And then obviously we had 2 turnovers, which less than ideal. Sharp was perfect. 19 of 20, 191 yards, 3 touchdowns. That'll do. Scales had a great game, also fumbled. Boykin had a decent game. He fumbled and he had a couple rushes that were like -1, -2 yards. Patton got 5 carries. Didn't do much with him. Hugh got a rushing touchdown. Good day for the wideouts. 2 sacks on the day. 11 tackles for loss, though. All right, so getting no snaps, what did that do to Carlton's snap percentage? That is what I need to see first. Oh, Gonzalez is third. Okay. Okay. First things first. What's the snap percentage? 30. All right, so it dropped it 3%. So I think I'm going to move him back to the third spot. No, I'll take the because the back presumably I'm going to kill Wake Forest. So I mean, do I even want like Patton to play? That's the real question here. Nah, I'll put. Here's what I'll do. That. All right, this is gonna be the backups game. Kevin McGee is gonna start. I'm gonna have Patton, Carlton, and Kareem. Wide receiver wise, Gonzalez just got hurt. I'm not really going to move any of the wide receivers around because what's the point? Tight ends, I'm going to keep there. O line is fine. I just need Akins to get like 1 percentage point more of snaps. That's pretty much it. D line, Bass is complaining again. Fine, you can take Rainey's spot for the next couple days. Linebacker, I think everyone wants more playing time. Yeah, Napier does, Simpson does, Pierce does. Dustin Beatty, honestly, should be the one complaining. I don't know what has happened to his snap percentage. But who knows? All right, so this is going to be the backups game. So Napier 1, Beatty 2, Simpson 3, Pierce 4, Stark 5. Alejandro Cole's healthy again. He'll play 6. Corners. Anyone want more playing time? Kyle Parrish. I'm going to be honest. Part of me wants to just let you transfer out. Yeah. I'll move him up ahead of Barton. We'll just see what happens there. Safeties, everyone is happy. Cool. Okay, backups are in. We have three commits. Linebacker Grant Massey commits. Similarly, I mean, he's a three-star, decent potential linebacker. His IQ is good, his tackling's good. I just need either his speed to go up or his coverage to go up, and I think he'll be pretty decent for us. Philip Gross commits. We edge out Michigan. I didn't need to pay him an extra 250,000 because Michigan was like, "Hey, I'll just do target player." Whatever. Um, I mean, yeah, he's going to be up there in the cornerback room next season. His speed, man coverage, zone, already great. To that end, Parrish, get back down there. You silly goose. I think I'm just going to let Kyle Parrish transfer, which seems a bit harsh, but it is what it is. All right, and then Antonio Farrell, we also get he I might redshirt depending on his development when he gets in our building. I think if the IQ is still in the mid 50s and the zone is still in the high 50s, I have to redshirt him. But everything, I mean, his man's a 40, his man's an 85, so is the speed. We're good there. All right, that's pretty good gets so far. And we still have two more corners, Hogan and Camp, that that may commit to, which is kind of wild. Am I creating a logjam at corner? Maybe. All right, so we're behind on Tyson. I can schedule him a visit. Guess you can come to NC State, buddy, and watch us beat them. Let me get a full scout just to see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I mean, he's a backup. I'll take that. All right, so we're ahead of UC, and Camp is visiting us. So I think we're going to get his signature. We're still fighting for Newman. Newman! The best pitches I can get all around, all around, all around. So I think then I ended up, yeah, targeting every position except for quarterback because I don't need a new quarterback. Like, regardless of if Harrison Sharp is my QB next year or if I go transfer, there's no reason to recruit any other quarterbacks. Like, all these backups have really good potential. They're solid. There's a non-zero chance I just cut Kevin McGee and let him go to a different school. Because technically my backup quarterback right now is redshirting. It's Mario Howard. Um, so we'll see how that goes. It's fine. All right, this is the backups game. Wake Forest, they have 2 wins the whole year. One of them is to an FCS school. We have no respect for that. I mean, they've lost some close ones, like they lost to Kentucky by 3, Duke by 7, FAU by 3, but I mean, they got popped by Florida State and Notre Dame and Georgia Tech. I'm not too worried about this one. Rankings check. We dropped to 3 because TCU beat ranked BYU. So unless 6 OGs, unless TCU loses one of their other games, looks like we're not getting top 2. Can I see the? No, I can't. Rats. I just wanted to see the log to like how exactly did that happen? But anywho, all right, Wake Forest. Who's your QB? Lance Doherty, redshirt freshman, no running capability. They paid him 1.7 million. And to be fair, ooh, he doesn't look that bad actually. Doesn't look that bad at all. How is he? Ooh, they got a good QB. Okay, okay, I see you. I see you. We are playing the backups here. I'm not that worried. I still think we'll win, and if things look hairy at halftime, I might switch some guys out. But at the moment, this is the backups game. The only player we have visiting here is Tyler Camp, and presumably, if it goes well, We get another corner to the list. Let's see. We killed Wake Forest when we played them last time, 45-3. And that was Romano and Seymour going off. Holt had 3 touchdowns. My God. That'll do. That will indeed do. All right. Wake Forest calls heads, and it fails. Obviously. We will defer. And Thundersmoke Blitz on the first play. Ooh, they converted it. Is it a sign? And Joe Felder with a sack. We're good. Oh boy, where is? Oh yeah, D line. I didn't really move. Yeah, yeah. I'm keeping my starters on the D line. I think, especially since I'm shifting the linebackers around. And Joe Felder with a second sack of Lance Daugherty. They punt. All right, so backups are in. We're going to see a lot of what these guys can do. Kevin McGee is, and James Ball's 73-yard reception. Kevin McGee is essentially playing for his job right now. As Brock Scales gets, what? Oh, whoops. Scales was still in the auto plays. That's awkward. Anyway, McGee's essentially playing for his job. I'm operating under the assumption that Harrison Sharp's going to be my starting QB next year and Mario Hart is going to be my backup. So McGee is kind of an odd man out here, which is why I wanted to make him my backup this year as he got sacked. But he converted the 3rd and 9. Let's go. So we're going to go a little more pass heavy today. Couple incompletions less than ideal, but we're up by 10. The defense is defending as Joe Felder gets another sack. My God. Manuel Chu dropped the pass. You're killing me. And now it's Kevin McGee's turn to get sacked. We punt. Joe Felder another sack. And now Rafael Sisson with the sack. We are... How many sacks do we already have? We have 5 sacks already. This could get ugly. Oh, Carlton went backwards. I'm going for it. Mine as well. Yoink. And we get it, Emmanuel Chu, 11-yard pass. That'll do. All right, let's run the ball a little, burn some clock. Just kidding. Fool with play action. It worked. I'm a genius. And Carlton are on in the end zone. 5-yard touchdown run. Can we shut out Wake Forest in the first half? It's not looking too great for that goal. They are driving. The dime blitz on 3rd and 11, a little inspired, I admit. Oh, they missed the field goal. That's rough. All right. I am essentially just going to run the clock out. I'll go for it on 3rd down, the slot outs. Send it. Never mind. Maybe we go quick to see if we can get in field goal range. Dah! The running back stretch didn't work. And James Ball, 27-yard pass. We'll kick a field goal. That'll do. And now we get the ball to start the second half. We're in business, kids. 4th and 1 from our own 34. This is a bit silly, but let's do ISO. Hi, it worked. Well done, Aiden. McGee got sacked, but then he got a 20-yard pad. This is a game of madness. Just everybody getting dropped back and forth. James Ball with a touchdown. Maybe Kevin McGee was just playing him was the key to unlocking my 2 top wide receivers. Maybe that's what I'm learning here. Oh no, now Dougherty got paid. This poor man. Oh, this poor man. 3 of 7 with 1 pick and 5 sacks is a grim stat line. Oh no, we're already at the 9. I'll do an ISO. I did not expect the ISO to work at the 8-yard line, but you know what? Oh boy. I kind of feel bad now. I mean, I knew we were going to kill Wake Forest. They're one of the worst teams in ACC. But this is grim. Oh no, the passing game is working too well. Oh, that actually reminds me. I don't want Sharp to go in. I want McQueen to go in when the backups come in 3 minutes. And Kevin McGee completes the touchdown pass to send him on his way to the bench. And Kyle Parrish, the aforementioned "you're not coming back next year," gets the pick six. Oh my. And then Jan missed the extra point. At what point am I surprised? Oh no, he got pick sixed again, this time by Cade Sampson. Oh no. Dougherty looks so good though on paper. We're just killing him. They punch. The triple option. It didn't work. Operation triple option did not work. Willie McQueen is in the game now. Things are happening. McQueen already redshirted, right? Yeah. All right, cool. And Scales with a touchdown run. Oh, yeah, because now we're in the land of the backups. Yoink, and yoink, and yoink. Everybody's getting involved now. I guess this technically means, yeah, that the starters are on defense. Hold, please. Cash Price, Alejandro Cole, Clayton Wilkinson, Beatty, boom, 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 boom. Cool. Poor Brandon Sullivan. I feel so bad for him. O line, I didn't really switch. D line looks fine. All right, cool. Oi! All right, Wake Forest is going to get their first points on the board. Will it be a touchdown? Never mind. He's picked off again. I feel so bad for this dude. We have him in hell right now. Like he is actually in hell in this game. Okay. Well, we eviscerate Wake Forest as we knew we were going to do 61-0. We averaged 11 yards per pass. They did pretty good on the ground against us, actually. 119 rush yards, 6.0 rushing yards per attempt. They did pretty good. They were, however, 2 of 10 on third down, and we were 9 of 14. They also had 4 turnovers. Let's take a look at that. So Dougherty, a quarterback that I genuinely think looks pretty good and has a bright future. 7 of 18 at 83 yards, 4 interceptions. Not his day. McQueen, comparatively 22 of 26, 313 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, look, he's playing for a roster spot next year, and he did pretty good. Though the noble thing might be to cut him and let him try out another team. The fact that his potential also has gone down from an A plus as a recruit to a B plus here is a little scary. I do think I am just going to cut McGee and let him, sign on elsewhere. McQueen, 3 of 5, 44 yards. Warren did pretty well. Patton did okay, got a touchdown. Haran did not do good at all. He's also injured, to be fair, but he got a touchdown. Scales got 2 touchdowns. James Ball balled out, no pun intended. 148 yards and a touchdown. Jacob got a touchdown. I mean, our receiver guys did better. And then we got 5. We got 5 sacks in the first quarter and a half, and then didn't get any of the rest of the game, which is kind of funny. But Felder getting 4 sacks again was crazy. Craziness. That'll do. And then interceptions for Velasco, Sullivan, Simpson, and Parrish. The last 2 were pick sixes. Chan made his field goals, 7 of 8 on his extra points. Kobe was. All right. Well, That works. What a world. Huh? Oh boy. Oh, Amir Fowler's hurt now. All right. Fowler's hurt, but Corbin and Haran are back. I mean, Haran is already in his spot. He's good. Who else was it? Corbin. And so here's the thing. I think that's what I want, right? Yeah. Oh, Atkins is still complaining. I mean, how many O linemen am I losing next year? I'm losing Grayson, Dupree, Jeter, and Cooper. Losing a lot. I could probably promise him playing time, but the issue is with O line, if he wants like 60% of playing time, I doubt he's going to get that. But you never know. All right, so Amir Fowler is down for how long? Oh, only 1 week? Okay. I'm not going to rip the red shirt off of Mitchell May and let him play for a week. I'll just let Cale Garner get some snaps. Seems like the best call there. All right. I think all the depth charts should be fixed. That one's good. Wide receiver I didn't touch. Tight end I didn't touch. O line is good. D line I didn't really touch. Yeah, I'm not dropping Louis McFarland. I have too much respect for that man. Linebacker. Oh. I mean, Stark is definitely leaving. That's why I don't really care. But like linebacker wise, I'm losing Price, Wilkinson, and Beatty. So I think there are snaps there for Simpson and or Pierce. I'm just gonna have to figure that out. And then Kyle Parrish. I mean, credit to him for his pick six, but he's gone anyway. Okay. So that's that, huh? All right, we got our conference win, so that's 1.3 million. That'll do. And we got our sack total, looks like last week. So we got an additional 1.5. So as long as we beat NC State, we get these two. I need to convert one more fourth down. And then Harrison Sharp has to win all conference honors, which I don't think he's going to get. 2,100 yards, 17 touchdowns. Like, that's not great. He might throw 40 passes against NC State. I don't know. All right, let's look at recruiting. We had 2 recruits commit, and it's 2 that we're excited about. First of all, Ishmael Lilly, get in the building. He's a 4-star tight end. There is a non-zero chance I move him to O-line. My argument being, like, his route running is a 54. Even though catching at 70 for recruit is fine, his route running is so low. His speed is so low. But if I put him to O-line, he's going to get that, like, what is it? 8% nerf that Dupree has. 3%, excuse me. 3% nerf. And Dupree is 245. Lilly is 232. So if I do end up moving him, who knows? I might keep him at tight end if Jack Jacob goes to the draft. I think that might be my determinant. And then we get 5-star lineman Raphael Blair. We were the only school interested in him, which I don't really get. I mean, his strength as a 72 as a recruit is fine. 72 run block is fine. He's going to redshirt, even though I'm going to need O lineman next season. He's definitely going to redshirt. And then he'll probably play a little as a redshirt sophomore, or excuse me, redshirt freshman, but we'll see. All right, we're down to 13 recruits, and it looks like only one of them wants to commit, or is going to commit soon, which is very unhelpful. So I need a lot of these guys that are narrowing their schools to pick up the pace here. At this point, I mean, I have every position, sorted. I have depth. I have a lot. Like I have Aiden Orr still needs a recruit. Stephen Barciel. If these guys commit, my O line problem is pretty good. Tackett will likely redshirt. Um, Barksdale might play day one. We'll see. If we get Drake Kirkland, that helps out my tight end room a little bit more also. Okay, season finale and a regular season finale. NC State, how you doing? Not great. There's no way around it. I mean, their offense looks pretty good. Outside of a 10-point performance against North Carolina and 16 points against FSU, they're averaging damn near 30 points a game. That'll play. Their defense, however, seems to leave a little to be desired. Who is your quarterback, NC State? Looking like Gerardo Benoit from North Carolina. He doesn't look too bad. Stats wise, 96 accuracy. That's nice. So to be fair, 96 accuracy, you're only completing 61% of your passes. Harrison Sharp's accuracy, 83. He's completing 70%. The defense rests. Rankings wise, TCU won, but Bama did end up beating Georgia. So they leapfrog us now, also. Okay. So our only hope at getting number one in the rankings is if Bama loses the Iron Bowl to Auburn, and if OSU loses to Michigan. Who's TCU play? Texas. Then now they're winning that. All right. That's our path. So we'll see how it goes. They are fifth in the country in rushing. Let's try to stop that and work on our downfield passing. All right. So this is the last regular season game. So far, my first 2 years at Clemson, we went undefeated in the regular season. Here is the chance for the third time around. We're projected to win by 23 points. I have 5 players visiting. With the exception of Arturo McConnell, all of them are guaranteed. I would really like McConnell too. He's a very well-rounded wide receiver. So far, they play each other every year, and with the AI in control, they went 3-2 against NC State in the last 2 years. I beat them both times. So we'll see how this goes. The backups are in. They call tails, which never fails. They win and they elect to receive. I think the opponent has started with the ball every game I've played, which is kind of funny. The blitz, it works perfectly. The wall stunt, it works perfectly. Only because they dropped the out route. That was terrifying. All right, 3 and out for NC State. You know the drill. Chew clock coming on. Slot outs. Send it. No dice. It's Scales is on a tear. Scales is white hot right now. Hitches? That'll do. Oi, Boykin went backwards. My trial hitches again. There we go, Manuel Tube. They did a cover 2 man, but why have the corner so far when I have 3? Whatever. I am not going to question the wisdom of the AI. But we are up early. They convert on 3rd and 4. Good for them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. They're driving. 3rd and 8. And they get the touchdown over the top. I blitzed the linebacker to be a bit aggressive. And NC State scores. Okay. All right. After the first quarter, it's tied 7-all, but then a 33-yard pass. That'll do. Hitches again. That'll do. Hitches is like a guaranteed touchdown when you're that close to the end zone. Boy, a 51 pass to Jalen Andrews. Okay. We have a shootout on our hands. They get the touchdown on 3rd and 9. All right. I'm not doing wide receiver quick. We're just going to put that away. Okay. Mesh. The mesh works. The play action works. The run works. Hope you bet the over on this game, lads. NC State converts on third down, but not that time. What are they in third down so far? They're 6 of 8. We're 2 of 2. Okay. ISO. Ooh, Fort. They didn't blitz. On third and 2 from our own 9, they don't blitz. You know what? Sometimes trying to question the AI is a fool's errand. All right. I should turn shoot clock off like 2 plays earlier. Rats. The mesh. There we go. I really want a touchdown here because our defense has not done a great job. Run it. There we go. Run it again. There we go. Boykin in the end zone. And that may very well be the difference in this game because we also get the ball to start the second half. All right, we're up by 14. If we score a touchdown here, I think our offense has done well enough where we're going to win regardless of if our defense just collapses in and of itself. Third and 1, shameless pass. It worked, to be fair. And touchdown is in. Hey, Toby missed another extra point. And they went backwards. All right. Things seem to be looking up here. I'm going to go for it on 4th and 5. Why, you might ask? No reason. No, it didn't work. Incomplete pass to Boykin. Oh, boy. All right, third quarter ends, and I mean, never mind. I was about to say NC State's still kind of in this, but then Jalen Andrews fumbles and Dustin Beatty recovers. So the starters are still in, obviously. I'm punting on 4th and 7. That was too far of a distance and at midfield to go for it. Oi! They got us on the go, Ralph. All right. 2 touchdown game now. We need our offense to start to get in the end zone again. So far, doing pretty good with that. We're at the 6. We're in the end zone. The extra point is good. And for some reason, NC State is still running the ball. They try to pass, and Cade Sampson with the interception. 4th and 5, I'm going to go for it again. Ugh. 0 for 2 on 4th down today. Hey, and then Tristan Napier strip sacks Benoit. That'll do. And Kevin McGee runs it in because the backups came in. Huh? Oh, that's funny. That'll be that. I mean, that game was really close. Like, they killed us in the air. 11 pass yards per attempt. They were almost as good as us on third down, but I think the difference is they just turned it over 3 times. Like, that's, even though 2 of their turnovers came when the game was kind of out of reach already, but still, I mean, Sharp, 25 of 32, 3 touchdowns. Kevin McGee, 0 for 3, and 2 rush, 2 carries for 2 yards. Scales did great, 144 yards, 2 touchdowns. Haran did well, though he didn't get that many carries, but Boykin got a touchdown, which I like. Tua was involved heavily, got 2 touchdowns. Goodman got a touchdown. That'll do. 2 sacks. They didn't get any sacks on us and only 1 tackle for loss the whole way through. All right. Pretty good win to end the season, if I do say so myself. Let us advance the week. This advance usually takes a little bit because it's wrapping up the regular season for all these guys. Ooh, Marshall Atkins is hurt. Okay. Let me deal with that first. First of all, Fowler is back. Yoink. And Marshall. mean, I'm just gonna keep him there, you know. Yeah. Okay. Good news is, how many times am I gonna have to play this damn Catholic school? Oh, I've played Notre Dame so much. Whatever. Good news is Gonzalez will be back for the Notre Dame game, which is huge. All right, postseason first. Let me look at the rankings. So OSU finished one; they beat Michigan. We finished two because I don't know. Bama beat Auburn, so they dropped to three. TCU ends up at four. There is your rankings. 8-4 Penn State is ranked over 11-1 Boise State. I have questions about that, but that's fine. All right, let's look at the postseason. Here are your championship games. SEC is Georgia and Bama. Big Ten, Wisconsin, OSU. ACC obviously is us against Notre Dame. Big 12, UC against TCU. Sun Belt, Texas State, Marshall. American, Memphis, USF. Mountain West, Boise State, San Diego State, who is ranked. Good for them. Pac-10. In this universe, it's the Pac-10. Washington against Oregon. MAC 6-6 Ohio versus 8-4 Michigan. God, I love the MAC. Conference USA. Western Kentucky again 6-6 against UConn. The MAC. Oh boy. Okay. So that gives us all of our goals except we still need one more fourth down conversion. I went for it twice last game. We didn't get it. Oy vey. All right, recruiting. We have three guys commit. First, Michael Phelps, no relation. Linebacker again. You can never have too many depth linebackers. B plus potential. He's loyal, so I don't need to worry about him transferring after a redshirt year and then another year where he doesn't play. We love it. Neil Hogan, good corner prospect, not as well, or is more well rounded, I would say, than a couple of the other guys, but he's not really as good in coverage. So he'll probably redshirt, though I do see a world if his zone coverage goes up by a little bit and his tackling or his speed goes up, he could legitimately play next year as a true freshman. Brad Bonner getting the building. This combination of hair color and skin color aside, I mean, he's a pretty good wide receiver. The only thing is, he can't really run a route, and his catching is fine, but the speed's the reason you get him here. So, all right, that's three more recruits committed. I'm up to 11 commits and 10 players still to come. Only one of them is on May commit soon. Oh, this is going to be so annoying if I have to wait for these guys to commit in the transfer portal. I get why it's in the game for the sake of realism, but I would like it just for my organization and logistical argument that all recruits be committed by the time the transfer portal comes in. But I get it. All right, I'm just going to advance the week. Oh, how did or I guess bowls won't be announced yet. Hold on. We advanced the week. All right, we got new signings and oh, we don't have him back. Oh, because we were already in the bye week because I hit advance. Right. Okay. Okay. Well, shucks. All right, two commits. Drake Kirkland getting a building. We have a nice tight end prospect. I need his speed or strength to go up though, and his blocking isn't that great. So even though he's a 4-star, I like him less than the other guy. And we have a backup kicker, Max Tyson. Settled. Done. All right, anybody else going to commit soon? No. Oh, brother. I get there's a lot of weeks remaining, especially with the playoffs and such, but none of these guys having May commit soon does kind of worry me a little. But it should be fine, it'll be fine. Okay. Notre Dame. Hello. They're 11-1 this year. Their only loss in a rematch of the Catholics versus Convicts game. They lost to Miami 29-22. Other than that, they ran the table. They faced two ranked teams the whole way through, Mississippi State and Stanford. How many ranked teams do we face? Michigan and okay, just Michigan. Fair enough. I can't really talk. I can't really say anything at that point, can I? For those who watched some of the previous seasons, Notre Dame used to have the second coming of Joe Montana at quarterback, a man named Damian Chamberlain. Let me find him really quick. This was Damian Chamberlain. This is all the awards he won as a redshirt freshman. This was his stat line in 2027. Then he had a bad 2028 and then a bounce back, also bad year. And then 2030, he just, boom, came out of the park swinging. If he maintained like these 2 years consistently, like that's one of the best quarterbacks in the history of, college football. Certainly the ACC. He's in their Hall of Fame for crying out loud. Anyway, they don't have him anymore. They do have Caleb Cordoba, who sat on the bench for 3 years and got the starting job, and so far is looking great. He's got a little bit of running ability, but it doesn't look like he uses it, which is fine. Okay. So we're going to work on stopping him and our passing game, as is our want. So famously, last season, the year we won it all, our only loss the whole season was in the ACC championship game against Notre Dame, where they scored 24 unanswered points in one quarter of football alone. Wasn't great. And yeah, that was that really. When Romano went 7-13 and threw 3 interceptions. He picked a terrible time to have his worst year ever with us. I'm just saying. All right, let's look at this game. So we're favored by 16.5 points. Here's the matchup history. Played each other 7 times. Last year, I had to play Notre Dame 3 times in the span of like 2 months. It was a madness. Notre Dame's only win over Clemson the entire save was that ACC championship game. That is it. That's where we're at. So far, the ACC championship game has had one of Clemson or Notre Dame almost every year. But it's been pretty spread out. I mean, FSU, Clemson, FSU, Notre Dame, NC State, Clemson, Notre Dame. It's decently spread out. But let's do this. Notre Dame, Clemson for the ACC championship. Tails, they call tails, it wins, and they defer. Oh no, the vibes are off, but it's fine. All right, we're turning shoe clock on, slot out, send it. Oh, the vibes. The vibes are dead. It was like the first time the whole season we're not getting in the second half, and we do a 3 and out. The vibes are dead, people. 3rd and 8, too high safety. I dare you, pass it over me. They didn't. They did the curl route. How dare they? I think against this team, I'm going to drop the safety down and do 2 high safety more often than blitz. But yeah, Notre Dame is without question the toughest opponent we played this year. I mean, they're better than Michigan, I would say, without question. It scales rattles off a 20-yard rush and then goes backwards, but then goes forwards. If I punt here, what are the chances we burn them at like the 1 or the 2? Let's try it. No, I should have gone for it. All right. Well, that is what it is. 3rd and 12. Ugh. Whichever corner is on that side, they're killing him. Hey, Cedric Barton said, I'm sorry. Who's getting killed? And picks Cordoba on a similar route. Oh, no. And then Sharp got picked, and they returned it to the 4. Fair enough. Jubilation turned to complete despair. They don't get a touchdown. That's huge. Okay, 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 okay. ISO. There we go. All right, still a one-score game. I think if we can manage to get in the end zone, I'm a very happy man. However, the offense has led a lot to be desired right now. That said, we're at the 13. We're at 3. We're in. Extra point is good. Okay, everyone can now exhale and drink some water. 3rd and 4. I bet they run it. I'm sending the house. They did run it. They get nowhere and they punt. That's huge. That's huge. All right, we have a chance to do some damage here. 3rd and 1. Just run it. Cool. 3rd and 5. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Tight ends. There we go. All right, we're in the red zone. Play action, we're right at the 7. Let's do it. Oh, Luis Boykin gets in the end zone. I am going to go for 2. I'm going for 2. Ah, dang it. My logic going for 2 there is I would be ahead by more than a touchdown in a 2-point conversion. Obviously, the risk is great now because now they don't have to go for a 2-point conversion at all. However, from what I've seen in my many hours of playing this game, 2-point conversions get converted way more often than not. I want to stop him here so that I can get a drive. There we go. Oh, he missed. He missed the 46-yarder. All right, we have the chance to get some points here. We have a minute and 3 timeouts. Let's go. A minute and 3 timeouts. That means I can burn a mesh. Cool. Cool. We convert. All right, we're down to 1 timeout now, though. I'm passing it on 3rd and 4. There we go. The hitches works. We're at the 20. Come on. Smash digs. Don't fail me now. It kind of failed me. 1st and goal at the 4. What are the odds I can get a playoff in 10 seconds? Hitches. Send it. And it works with 1 second left. Nelson Rucker with the touchdown reception. I'm taking the extra point here. I've learned my lesson. I figured the failed 2-point conversion was a bad omen. All right. Good news is we're up by 14. Bad news is Notre Dame starts with the ball. And a 3 and out where we are in. You know, let's do the end around. I knew it. Sharp got picked again. Why did I do the end around? Right as I thought to myself, what's the worst that could happen? And then we lost yards, and then we had to throw a deep ball, which then got picked off. So that's about the worst that could happen. However, we hold them to a field goal. It's an 11-point game. Our offense better buy our defense an insane amount of flowers. Because they've had 2 interceptions that have put their offense in the red zone and at one point at the 4-yard line. They've only ended up with 6 points. Like that's insane. I'm up by 11. Field goal makes it 14 again. Let's say I go for it and get a touchdown. That makes it an 18-point game. $45-yarder isn't a guarantee either. That's really why I'm pausing thinking about this. Do I want Toby to... I mean, he's 8 of 10, shorter than 50. I think he makes it. We'll kick the field goal. All right, 14. I think if it was fourth and like 2 or fourth and 1, then I'm going for it. But fourth and 4 is a bit much to ask for. Our defense gets a stop though. Now I'm just running the ball. I am inside zone in this thing. Never mind. That was my plan. We convert the 3rd and 7. That's big. Now we can burn all the clock in the free world. At the 9, Scales gets in the end zone. Extra point is good. We're up by 3 touchdowns. Fairly confident in saying that's game and the ACC championship is ours. However, they are driving with a will and are about to score already. Wow. Our red zone and goal line defense has been a beautiful, beautiful. Look at this. So after the pick, first and goal at the 4, 0-yard run, negative 2-yard run, incompletion. Then first and 10 at the 24, they get 8 yards, incompletion, 0-yard run, field goal. Here, after getting down the field, admittedly pretty quickly, first and goal at the 2, 0-yard run, 1-yard run, 0-yard run, field goal. I mean, if they get a touchdown even 2 more of those times, that's 8 more points, and it's a 10-point game. And then Boykin 43-yard rush to put the icing on the cake. Let's slot outs for a touchdown. Or 10 yards, that works too. All right, Carlton Aron finds the end zone. I do believe the backups are in now, which in and of itself is a bit scary. But you know what? I have faith here. I'm just going autoplay at this point. Now the blitz on 3rd and 5 didn't work, but time runs out. We beat Notre Dame 37-12. I think it was a closer game than the score line. I think the big difference was the difference in rushing yards, because pass game, they did pretty well against our pass. We played essentially even. Rushing game, though, we did much better. And third down, they were 6 of 15. Third down, we were 14 of 18, which is a lot of third downs, by the way. Sharp, not his best game. 24, 33, 193 yards, touchdown, 2 picks. Not great. Scales, 100 yards, 2 TDs. Boykin, over 100 yards, 1 TD. Haran got a touchdown. Chew and Rucker did really well. I'll take that. No sacks for either team, which is crazy. Their kicker missed a field goal. Ours was clean. All right, and we are ACC champions. Sound the trumpets. Let the bells ring. We are ACC champions for the 2nd time in 3 years I have been at the helm. That'll do. All right, I'm just going to skip the whole playoff show. We're number 1 in the country. Let's go. We get the bye, which is huge because we have injuries. All right, we get the bye. So it's Clemson 1, TCU 2, Georgia 3, Wisconsin 4. Notre Dame, Oregon, the 9-8 game. Boise State, OSU, the 15-3 game. It has their rankings, not their seedings. 5-12. Georgia Tech, Bama, the 6-11 game, and then 7-10 is USC and Baylor. So, yeah, really, OSU gets shafted here. They must have lost to Wisconsin. Here are your bowls for all the different teams. Purdue gets a bowl going 5-7. Disgraceful. Hey, and Joaquin Gonzalez is back. Joaquin Gonzalez is back. And yoink. Poor Nelson Rucker. Okay. All right, we have 3 guys commit, which is good. Looks like our O-line depth is going to be nice by the time the playoffs come around, which is low-key clutch. We had 3 guys commit. Hayden Orr, the JUCO O-lineman, commits. He is going to be, probably a top 3 O-lineman with us. His strength is already great. His run block is great. I just need that pass blocking to go up. We're going to have him for 2 years. He's the number 2 overall recruit in the country, never number 1 O lineman. Signs. Another O lineman, Stephen Barksdale, in the building. He could play as a true freshman. Depending on how many O linemen I get in the transfer portal, he could play as a true freshman, like as a depth guy, like as an 8. He could play. And then finally, Arturo McConnell get in the building. We spent $1 million to get him. Don't know if we need to spend that much. Very well-rounded wide receiver. I just need him to get some more speed, some more catching, and we'll be in business. He'll probably redshirt, and we'll go from there. All right. So that brings me to 16 commits and 5 target players. It looks like we're guaranteed to get all of them. The only way we could lose one if, say, Wisconsin offers Newman a bunch of money, which at the moment they've not done. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'm just going to advance through these awards week. Let's see if we get anyone. Get to the full running results. Brock Scales wins the Heisman. 192 carries, almost 1,500 yards, 16 touchdowns. Wow. The touchdowns must have done it because Richmond got more yards. He also had less yards per carry, I suppose. Wow. Okay. Defensive Player of the Year. Joel Felder is 9th with 42 tackles, 17 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, 25 pressures. Yeah, I mean, the 10 sacks is why he's up here. That's a huge number. All right, Freshman of the Year. We have a couple eligible guys. It looks like Emmanuel Chiu gets it, though. Well done to him. As a true freshman, by the way. 47 receptions, 552 yards, 4 touchdowns, also a rushing touchdown. Really good for him. Haran not on the list. Coach of the Year goes to Douglas Deal of UAB. Bring them to a 9-3 record. Fair enough. ACC Coach of the Year, by the way, goes to Ryland Edmonds of 10-2 Georgia Tech. All right, All-Americans. Brock Scales makes first team. No one first team defense. Second team offense. Troy Jeter, our offensive lineman, 24 pancakes, 1 sack allowed. Second team defense, Joe Felder. Surprise, really? He didn't make first team? What are the D linemen that made it? I mean, Kyle Kowalski, 56-15-9. I mean, splitting hairs at that point. Third team offense. 2 more alignment. Ezra Grayson, 16 pancakes, 1 sack allowed. Or excuse me. And then Toby Chan, the kicker. 13-16, 63-67 extra points. That's low-key a very bad extra point percentage. No one third team All-American defense. Okay. Let's look at just the ACC then. Brock Scales gets Player of the Year, obviously. Joe Felder, Defensive Player of the Year. First team All-ACC. Sharp makes it. Scales, Boykin. Jeter, Grayson at O-line, Chen, and then James Ball makes it as a punt returner. I don't know how. It seems a bit silly, but alas. Defense, Felder and Chase makes it with his tackles for a loss. Sisson makes it. He got a couple sacks and a couple tackles for a loss. Also, he's the blitzing DB on DB blitzes. Hector Velasco got 3 picks. That gets him in. Price gets in with 2 tackles for loss, a forced fumble that was returned for a touchdown, and then our punter, Toby Chan. Second team All ACC wide receivers James Ball and true freshman Emmanuel Chiu makes it. Jack Jacob makes it also, who had a down year, but he was also injured. It is what it is. Malachi Day makes it at O-line. Defensively, Luis McFarland, who didn't play that much for a couple years, sprang onto the scene as a depth guy this year, gets rewarded for his efforts with second team All-ACC this year. And then Cedric Barton, who was freshman of the year 2 years ago. Get second team all ACC here. Good on the men. Congrats to all. All right, and Cody Tackett commits. We get a 5-star O-line prospect, number 2 O-line in the country. Again, his run blocking is great. His strength needs a bit of work. His pass block needs all the work in the world, essentially. All right, let me... All right, so now we're down to 4. Wisconsin still has yet to offer money to Newman. I'm a little scared they're gonna snipe me at the death. How much money do I have left? 11 million. Like if I offer 250 more thousand, that gets me 150 more points. I'm just gonna do that. Better safe than sorry, I think. That is my official opinion. So yeah, we have every donor goal locked in because Harrison Sharp got second team all ACC. So now we just need to convert one more dang fourth down. Let's advance through the bye. All right, Marshall Atkins is back. So that helps our O-line depth a little bit. He's going to be our 8th O-lineman over Jennings. One recruit commit, and it's Christian Pollard, who we discovered late in the recruiting. And I mean, listen, he has 86 zone as a safety. Like, he's going to redshirt and probably not play as a redshirt freshman either. His tackling will get up there. His zone will get up there. I'm really happy with him. Really happy with him. We got a pretty good recruiting class coming in my humble opinion. Oh, Wisconsin did a worse offer than they did before. Yeah, they only did a good pitch and not their ace one. Okay. So I think that means we get Newman and we're still waiting on Camp and Simpson. Come on, guys. Okay. First round playoff results. Oregon destroys Notre Dame. OSU destroys Boise State. Bama destroys Georgia Tech. And USC beats Baylor in a close one in Waco, Texas. Wow. Not a very good run of games. But so it's Oregon against us, OSU against Wisconsin. They've played each other so many times. Is there a way for me to see history games? Aha, matchup history. Wisconsin. I mean, they always seem to meet in the championship game and the playoff. They're meeting. And then USC against TCU. Okay, so Notre Dame is knocked out, which is huge. But all right, we have Oregon, who are 13-1 this year. They're only lost to Washington previously, but they avenged that loss and beat Washington in the Pac-12 championship in 4 overtime thriller. My God, what a spectacle of a game this would have been. So far in the sim, they've done really well. They've been conference championship in the Pac-10 the last 4 years. Wow. However, if you see here the national championship loss, I wonder whom was that against when we beat them last year in a 24-23 thriller where this calamity happened late. For those wondering what that was, it's very simple. They missed the 49-yard field goal to end it. Well, okay. Hi there, Oregon. Do they, whoa. Oh, McFarland must have gotten injured at some point. Is he still hurt? No. Okay. Yeah, McFarland is their new QB. He is a running quarterback with great accuracy. His arm strength has gotten worse since he was a recruit, which is kind of funny. All right. Oregon. We are going to work on our passing and stopping their run in case they've designed QB runs. Okay. Oregon. Hello. We're projected to win by 14. We've only played each other once before, and it was in last year's national championship game. Let's rock and roll. I'm not worried. You're worried. Man, getting the bye there is huge. We will defer because Tails never fails, and as is our want, Thundersmoke Blitz, send it. Oh, we got a sack on the first play. The vibes are immaculate. 3rd and 1, send the blitz. Hey, 4th and 1, they punt. Bubble screen on the opening play. He says, even though slot outs is right there. No, it didn't work. We got sacked. I'm going to turn shoe clock on because I am shameless, as the kids say. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, yeah, I'm going for it. 4th and goal at the 1. ISO. Brock Scales gets it, and that gets us up to 10 4th down conversions, which gets us our last donor goal. Sweet. All right, we're up by 7 early, but they are I did the cover 2 drop, which I said I would never do, but I just did it. Am I a hypocrite? They kick a field goal and they make it. All right. Our run game so far has been stifled. Our passing game, however, is in business. A 27-yard reception to James Ball. RPO at the 11. Yeah, I don't know what I expected there. Really and truthfully. And Hitches gets there. Nasir Goodman touchdown pass. We're up 14-3. Oregon, are you guys gonna play at any point as Renee Banks gets a sack? And they punt again. Well then. And here I was expecting a fight. Jet sweep, I'm confident. I should not have been confident there. Hey, we get the Harrison Sharp have a day. 13-14, 192 yards, 2 touchdowns. We wanted there to be no doubt in our mind who the better team is. Well, they can 50-yard pass when I ran the blitz. And they get in the end zone. Okay. 11-point game. I'm keeping shoe clock on. Okay, now I'm turning it off. Just in case we would have faltered in that drive early. All right, we convert on 3rd and 2. That's good. And 22-yard touchdown pass. Back to an 18-point game. That works. That works. Half ends, and guess who starts with the ball? Us. RPO bubble screen on 3rd and 3 was an inspired choice, I admit. Dah! I should have passed it there. I'm going to punt. I thought about going for it, but at that point, why risk it? 3rd and 3 play action. 3rd and 3 play action. I haven't ran it that much, have I? Yeah, I've ran it 24 times. But yeah, the run games have not been very successful today. Case in point, it just got me 0 yards. Oh, we burned him at the 4. Get the safety. It didn't work. We got a sack. And incomplete. Thank God, because I sent the blitz. It's fine. 2 straight play actions. Oh my God. 1st and goal at the 3. Starters are still in. Jeez. Carlton gets in the end zone, but Toby misses another extra point. Now it's actually concerning. I know we kick a lot of extra points, but I think that's 5 misses on the season. Gonna run it. There we go. All right, backups are in. Oh, yeah, it's 24 points. Okay, backups are in, which this could get ugly for us if we get stopped and they score. We did not get stopped, though, as Patton finds a way out. Oh, boy. Getting McGee some playoff experience. I will kick the field goal here. All right, backups are in on D. All right. And that is that. We destroy Oregon. 37-10. Our passing game, 12.6 pass yards per attempt. They stopped our run. I mean, they stopped it in the sense that 3.0 rushing yards per attempt, but I ran it 40 times. They were 2 of 10 on third down. That is terrible. Harrison Sharp had a great day, 22 of 25, 315 yards, 3 touchdowns. McGee did well. Yeah, no running back got that many yards, but we just, death by 1,000 cuts them. A couple wide receivers have really good days, like Paul and Chew. Goodman Gonzalez got touchdowns. We only got 5 tackles for a loss, which for us is low, but 3 sacks I'll take, and Chan missed them. Missed the extra point, man. All right. Moving on to the semis. Who will we face? Of course, it's OSU. How badly did they beat Wisconsin? By 14. Yeah, that tracks. And then Bama beat Georgia and USC beat TCU. Down goes TCU's undefeated season. Which is a shame because they played some decent ranked teams along the way. All right. We get OSU. But first, I saw that Jeremiah McKinley was healthy. And I'm going to put him ahead of Atkins. I don't care if Atkins. Actually, I'm going to put him ahead of Gilbert, too. I don't care if Atkins complains. Like, if he wants money to stay next season, I might give it to him, but like he's not ahead of that many guys. And I have Browning redshirting. So who knows? All right, we had one guy commit, and it's Simpson. We got him from Georgia. I don't know why Georgia stopped trying at a certain point. I mean, Simpson, he's not really good at anything right now. He's got 74 block shed, but I mean, he has A-plus potential, so he's going to get 2 development runs before he's even eligible to play. So I'm fine with that. I say that when I just got done earlier in the stream talking about a QB that started with A-plus potential, ended with a B. It's fine. All right. Yeah, Wisconsin is kind of taking their foot off the gas for Newman, which I am more than happy with. So if we get both of them, that brings us to 22 recruits, which is a little low, but it should be fine. All right, Ohio State, what have you been up to this season? 14-1. They dropped 52 on Wisconsin earlier. Wow, they've just not played a close game, have they? No, I mean their closest game besides 14 to Michigan, they lost to Wisconsin in OT in the championship game, destroyed Boise State, beat Wisconsin by 14, and now us. Well, that's nifty. Their quarterback is Hudson Edwards, who's the JUCO dude that I tried to get. Rude of them. Second team All-American Big Ten player and QB of the year. Yeah, he did score 30 touchdowns with 3,700 yards. Yeah, that'll do. And he can run. Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, we're in trouble. That's a problem. Before I look at that, though, let me really quick league rankings of the SEC. I want to see how Giovanni Scales did at South Carolina because he was the QB we didn't end up get the transfer. How? I mean, he ran for 831 yards with 9 touchdowns, but he passed for less than 2,000 yards. Only threw 3 touchdowns the whole season. 9 picks. That's rough. That's rough. I mean, he didn't do great in the bowl win. Wow. I mean, his accuracy is bad, but it's not that bad. Maybe it's because his IQ is low. But I mean, Harrison Sharp did better, so I feel vindicated. All right, we're going to work on passing and stopping their run in case they have designed QB runs. All right, Ohio State in the semis. If we beat OSU, we take on the winner of USC and Alabama. OSU is favored. This is our first game this season where we're the underdogs. We have very similar rankings. I would say we have a better defense and offense, but they're holding opponents to 8.7 points per game. That's nifty. We have never played each other. Obviously, at Purdue, I played Ohio State every year, but this Clemson team has not played OSU. And that's all that matters. OSU has elected to receive the ball, have they? All right. As is our one, bring out the blitz. And we stopped them. We're going to win it all. Boy, they converted on 3rd and 11. They must have heard me. All right. Our zone is proving successful, but they also ran it. Odd play calling aside, they get a field goal out of it. I'm not turning on chew clock because I have a sneaking suspicion I'm going to need to pass a lot today. Speaking of which, slot outs. There we go. Yeah, our run game probably won't be our saving grace here, but hey, found the end zone. Toby. Toby. Sir. Okay. Okay. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I can't bench him, but now I may just go for 2 the rest of the way. Like, he's missed 3 extra points in the past 3 games, I think. Like, that's not nothing. And OSU just had 2 big plays and got in the end zone themselves. So now we're down by 4. Ooh, it's not looking good. I'm not doing 4 verts. I will do slot outs again. We have to punch. Not looking great here. I really wanted that corner blitz to work and burn him back. I'm blitzing again. 3rd and 1, send it. There we go. Sent it backwards. They have to kick a field goal. Okay. Good news is we've held them to a couple field goals. Bad news is they are crushing our offense. I'm going for it on 4th and 3. Send it. Down. Scales dropped it. No. Oh boy. Hindsight being 2020, that was probably a bad field position to go for it that way, but I mean, our defense can't stop them either way. Like, that's just where we're at. Oh, and Sharp got picked. Yep. That's fair enough, I guess. 3rd and 13 to high safety. All right, they punt. We punt right back. They converted on 3rd and 5. Rude. They get a touchdown. All right. All right. We are going to need a phenomenal second half. I have to punt. If I go for it and don't get it, they have to run like 2 plays and they'll get a field goal. Jeez, God. Why would I do engage A in this scenario? All right. Good news is they missed the field goal. Okay, second half. We have a 19-point deficit to make up. And a 21-yard run, that definitely helps. All right, the run game is starting to be unleashed a little bit. That's good. Please, Toby. Okay. Okay. Or excuse me, it was a 21-point deficit. I think I said 19. I can do math. They passed it on 3rd and 2. Dang. I would have bet money they would have ran it there. Oh, the engage aid didn't work. They ran it to the outside and got us. That is likely ball game, especially with us going 3 and out here. What a shame. All right, we're driving. We're moving and shaking. We are no longer moving. I mean, I'm going for it. For the fours, you shall cross. No dice. They did a dime blitz. Fair enough. Now their wide receivers are dropping passes. Three and out again. Yep. I mean, their defense just. I think it's a combination of their defense is really good and our running game just hasn't been there, which is slightly annoying, but only slightly. Third and four. Fourth and one. Kicked. Nah, I'm going for it. Who am I kidding? There we go. Scales gets in the end zone. Oh boy. All right. Oh, what do I want to do here? I mean, 18 is just a huge number. The cornerback blitz didn't work. I was a bit inspired, I admit. Third and one, goal line. Man. We did goal line and they still got it. All right. The last drive of the season. Let's see what we can do here. Well, we converted on third and four. It's a good start here. All right, we're at the 29. We still got our timeouts, too. Pitchers never fails. I say it again. No dice. All right, we lose to Ohio State, our first loss of the season in the playoff semifinal, 34-18. Similarly to 2 years ago, where we went undefeated, won the ACC, and lost in the semifinal of the playoffs to Georgia. So that is that. I mean, we stopped their run pretty good. They only had 2.4 rushing yards per attempt, but our run got stopped dead in its tracks. Couldn't get the passing game going, and I mean, they were 10 of 17 on third down. We were 5 of 14, 1 of 3 on fourth down. Had the turnover. They out timed to possess us. Just bad. Sharp, 27 of 42, 256 yards, no touchdowns. Scales had a good day. Boykin was in, but he got his touchdown in there. Our wide receivers, I mean, it was pretty spread out. We threw the ball a lot, but I mean, not great. We got 3 sacks. We got 11 tackles for a loss. I think in a different, I think the stretch that killed us was this, where we had a good first drive, punted. I went for it on fourth down. This was, I think, looking back on it, a terrible decision. Only because we were at our own 44-yard line. I think if I could have one decision back, I would have punted on 4th and 3 here. But they get a touchdown after that, and immediately Sharp throws a pick. They go 3 and out, we go 3 and out. They get a touchdown, we go 3 and out again. And there was just a stretch where our offense could not do anything until like the last 2 drives, really. But yeah. All right. Disappointing result, I think, objectively. But yeah, OSU deserved to win. They played a better game. So we are done in the playoff semifinal. Roman Roberts suffered a season-ending head injury, and Dupree suffered a season-ending leg injury also. That hurts. But hey, Haran got his 30% of snaps. So that's something. Oh yeah, we won the conference championship, so Chase is happy. Woo! All right, so we got all of our player promises, all booster donor goals done. That works. And Fernando Newman commits. We did not get sniped. OSU just now offered him scholarship, which is hilarious. I mean, Newman, he'll play next season. The question really is, where will he be on the depth chart? At the moment, Boykin is leaning toward the draft. I am going to try to convince him to stay if I can. Because if I can't, we're losing Scales and Boykin. Haran hopefully develops well. Newman comes in to be like our third running back, and we're off to the races. Hayden Patton, I'm going to let transfer out. I think that kind of has to happen. All right, let me. Oh, yeah, I guess I'm still waiting now then on Tyler Camp to commit. That is what it is. Man. It is disappointing, obviously, to not even make it back to the national championship game. However, I did say before this, my personal goal was to make the semifinal, and we did. But it looks like Bama beat Ohio State 31-30 in a 2 overtime thriller. OSU blew a 17-0 lead. Oh boy. That's rough. They blew a 17-0 lead. Oh, if you're an OSU fan, you're in the mud. Oh, and they missed the extra point. That's how they lost. Oh no. That hurts. All right, so we finished ranked second in the country, 14-1 record, 9-0 in conference, 31 best offense in terms of rating, third best defense, number 1 in the country in points per game, number 3 in the country in points per game allowed, 9 in yards, first in opposing yards. That'll do. I mean, we stay at 100. We exceeded his expectation. Huzzah. We got every single promise kept. So our integrity is now 100%. That works. That works. Good showing overall. All right, I think I'm going to stop the stream here. I think we had a great season. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination, we faced, we had a pretty easy schedule, all things considered. I expected like Purdue to be better. I expected Duke to be better, NC State to be better. They weren't. Duke finished with a 7-6 record and lost a bowl to South Carolina. Like the ACC is just weak in this save, and that kind of sucks. But we scheduled Michigan. We beat them. We beat Notre Dame in the ACC championship. We beat Oregon in the playoff quarterfinal, but then OSU got us in the end, where we scored the least amount of points we did all season and allowed, I want to say the most. Yeah. So bad time to have our worst game, but it is what it is. All right. So my plan for this save was to do one more season because for those who don't know, this game, Football Coach College Dynasty, is in early access currently. It's not even fully done yet. And the release date, I believe, is the January 16th. If memory serves. Yes, January 16th. So right now, as I record this, it's the 8th. So what I'll do is I'll do one more season with Clemson, and then when the game releases in full next Thursday, then I will start a new save with a new journeyman. But so far, I think regardless of what happens next season, I mean, the accolades are aplenty in here. But that is it for me, everyone. Thank you all for watching, whether live on Twitch or on the VOD, which can be found on Twitch or YouTube. Channel name is the same for both. It's been really fun here at Clemson. I think, and I mentioned this at the time when I switched, but Purdue was kind of getting stale at a certain point. I knew that, I wanted to compete for the conference. I wanted to make the playoffs. Clemson provided that to me. Um, and so far, it's been really fun uh, to save so far. So thank you all for watching. I plan to do one more stream this week, probably on Thursday or maybe even Saturday stream. And then do two next week, and that should take us through the final season here at Clemson and the final season of this save. So, thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.